Good morning, guys! So we're checking out of this RV park here that we didn't actually show you, but let me give you a quick sneak peek here.
This is a really beautiful spot. It's called, I think, Ravenwood RV Resort. It's just north of Coeur d'Alene.
And just south of the Silverwood theme park, which would be really fun, but we don't have time for that. We're packed up here. Luke's hooking us up. We got the slide in. I'm just trying to finish uploading a video there. And then we're headed on the road to Washington, the last state before we cross the border back into Canada. I can't believe our trip is almost over, but anyways, it's almost checkout time. We better go. I'll talk to you on the road. We've officially entered Washington State. We're just driving through Spokane now, which is really funny. I thought at least that it's like, oh, it's no big deal. We're just going through a big city, like whatever. It's interstate, multiple lanes of traffic with the trailer, and like, it wasn't even a thought for us that like, oh, we're going through a big city. But when we first started our trip, we'd gone through like Salt Lake City was one of our first like bigger interstate cities, and I was at least pretty nervous about it. Luke was all on his game and looking in his mirrors all the time. Now it's just like, it's second nature and it doesn't even matter. Alright, we've made a very, very important pit stop here. Can you see it? Jack in the Box? Yeah, very important.
Yeah, this is our last chance to get sourdough jacks here. It's almost the farthest west Jack in the Box, I believe. There's one in Wenatchee, but we're not going that way, so we've got to enjoy our last classic American meal we love so much now. The Holy One!
Side note, look how cute Chloe is today. Little orangey tangerine dress we got at Walmart the other day. And look how long her hair is getting. When it's wet, it's down on her back a little bit. You're so cute, Chloe.
Now we're back on the road for about an hour and 10 or so minutes to Coulee City, Washington area, and then we're setting up camp for the night.
Alright, we've arrived at the Spring Canyon campground. It looks beautiful here. The drive here was very boring.
Terribly boring.
I was gonna try and think of a better way to say that, but no, it was just boring. And yeah, we're here at the lake now. It looks wonderful. We're gonna go try and find our campsite and...
Wake up again, that drive was just so boring. Okay, so we're set up at Spring Canyon campground here. It is right by Coulee City on the Coulee City lake with the dam on it, so nice view of the water. We're only here one night in the end, but we're gonna go check out the lake at least. Our campsite is super on level though. Our tongue jack like all the way extended on our big block of wood, but oh well, here for a night. We made it work, stabilizer jacks are down, and at least we got a beautiful view. So let's go see this lake. So we got down to the beach. We were expecting it to be really cold because we had heard the north had been cold there as we were getting our way back up here. Turns out it's a beautiful beach, super soft sand, and the water seemed pretty warm. And of course, once Chloe saw the water, she wanted to get splashing. We didn't bring a swim diaper and all that stuff. So plan is now, we climb back up the hill, we're gonna get changed, and then we're gonna go for a swim ourselves, I think. Wow. First lake swim of the year, Chloe, you ready?
Chloe, you ready to go splashing?
Chloe, where's the water?
Yeah?
Where's Splash Splash? We had a good time at the beach. We are now packing up, gonna get out of this unlevel situation, and get this. We're off to our last camping spot in the USA right now.
While we're packing up, we've got Chloe and her little new playpen here.
This is a really great buy. We're just mad that we didn't get it earlier, honestly, because, well, actually, if we would have gotten it earlier, it just would have been in dirt because we were in like Utah and Arizona and stuff for so long and they didn't have grass. But now we can be packing up, she can be playing out here, she plays out here like on a regular day too, and then she's not crawling around like escaping or playing in the rocks, which she loves.
Alright, so we're here in Omak at the 12 Tribes RV Park, the casino like RV park here. It's where we started our trip, it's where we spent our first 2 nights in the trailer across the border, and we're here again. My parents ended up surprising us and coming across the border and spending a couple nights here in Omak as well, so when we pulled in we were surprised to see them. It was a pretty good surprise. We missed them. We haven't seen them in like 100 days, so it was good to catch up. And they also brought a whole bunch of packages. I had ordered these to the house, and it's all of Chloe's new clothes because she's growing like a freaking weed. Are you putting shoes on? Anyway, she needs some bigger size clothes, so I ended up getting some good deals online, having them shipped to Canada. They brought them down for her. It's a good time.
Okay, one other thing we wanted to get taken care of while we're here and have full hookups is we want to install this bad boy. So this is a brass vacuum breaker valve. Basically it stops the water from your black tank flush from having any possibility of going back up the line and then coming up into your sanitary areas and going out your hose, which seems highly unlikely. We watched one video on YouTube where a guy completely took out this and just put an elbow in and connected the hoses, but we figured we get a brass one, do it right, and install it. Apparently it's a super common problem in your RV and it's bound to go at some point, everyone said anyways, so we're going to include a link down below where you can find one of these if you want to switch it out. It's nice and cheap, you can get it taken care of, and like, I tried using it way back at Dead Horse Ranch in Cottonwood, Arizona, and I was going to flush out our tank when I was using the Sani station that morning, and that was when water started leaking out the RV slide spot a little bit. So if you want to kind of give yourself a heads up and try and prevent some leakage, recommend switching to one of these brass ones compared to the cheap plastic ones that they come with the RVs. So I'm going to install that, and then we should be able to finally give our black tank the high quality flush out it deserves.
Look, Chloe, Dad's fixing.
Fix.
Easy fix at least. It looks like you just unscrew and screw it back on.
Yeah, literally just all I'm taking is twisty, righty tighty, lefty loosey. There is the cheaper plastic model that RVs all tend to come with. Bet you yours has one as well if it hasn't been replaced before you bought it. Now we're gonna switch up to beefy boy.
Oh, that is beefy.
Alright, it's all ready to go. Moment of truth. Will it leak?
Ready? Oh, nothing so far.
Alright, well our black tank flush is working perfect now, which is great news. Like Luke said, pretty much at the beginning of this like trip, we had tried to use the black tank flush and it was leaking under the sink, and then it leaked like kind of like in the slide seam, I guess, to where he could see it leaking from the outside even. So not great news. From all the forums and stuff that I read on like fixes and what was happening, I guess it's a really common problem, and everyone suggested just upgrading to that brass fitting instead, which seems to have worked now. But yeah, other than that, tomorrow morning we're heading off to the border. We're gonna cross back into Canada, which again is just so crazy that our trip is finished. Next time you guys see us, we'll be in Canada and heading off on our next big trip. We have another big trip planned in Canada, which is gonna be so fun. I'll kind of leave you guys hanging on what exactly we're doing and where we're going, but yeah, tune in next time to get more information on that. Otherwise, we're just saying goodbye to the States, and we already can't wait to plan our next USA trip. It's gonna be so exciting. So anyways, we'll see you guys next time back in Canada. Thanks for tuning into our adventures, and see you then. Bye!